All right, well, the Bulletin Man,
See, that's where they
inspired by Joe Talk 100, is going to get back into video business. You know, I kind of been laying low this last month or so because I've been busy, and the new paper's out, the new Bulletin. I did a snag from the printer today. And God bless Nathan at D&L Printing for all your printing needs. Call me 314-800-3652, and I will turn you on to the world's finest printer. And that would be Nathan Walsh. And if you're an employer out there and you're looking for a good worker, Nathan's looking for a job too, because the printing business is kind of slow. But if you're looking for good printing, then you need to call Nathan. Nathan will take care of you every time. He's been taking care of the Bulletin Man for a good 5 years now, and he's faithful. And he always let me slide a little bit here and there. But you know what, folks, I tell you what, we are in such a strait here in this country. We're in such a dire straits, man. And you've got to get up off your ass and do something about it. You know, I've been for the last 15 years been trying to tell you folks the truth, and it's cost me a lot. But you know, I'm not one to bitch about paying the price, because freedom isn't free. And I have 6 children, and I want to see them have a future. And I know this much: if we don't stand up and do what's right, and put these people in place and check them, you know, I mean, our enemy is within. Our enemy is the lawyers, mainly, and they've got such a cult going on there with these lawyers. This bar association, the British Accreditation Registry, those are your enemy, my friends. This bar is nothing more than a cult, and I don't understand why some of these former lawyers don't sue the bar for antitrust violations. I get the press releases from the U.S. Marshal Service and from the Department of Justice all the time, and every day they've got antitrust suits going on, but they're never suing the people who need to be sued the most, and that would be the lawyers who are clogging up the court system. You know, the law really isn't that hard to figure out. You just got to be able to read and spend some time. But these lawyers, Jesus specifically addressed them in the book of Luke, the 11th chapter, I think Luke 11:46 through the end of the chapter. He's talking specifically and directly to the lawyers, and woe unto them that have taken away the key of knowledge, for they have entered not themselves into it, and they've hindered those who were trying to enter in. And he specifically addresses that. And one of these days, my friends, if you're in the legal community, in the legal profession, you're going to have to give an account for your actions here on earth. And I just beg and plead of you lawyers, and that's why one of my URLs to get to my website is savethelawyers.org. And, you know, a lot of people don't go through that way. And it just amazes me, it really does. Because, you know, I don't want to see anyone go to hell. I really don't. It is my obligation as a Christian, as a born-again Christian, to be a watchman on the wall and to warn you people, warn the wicked to turn from their wicked ways. And that is exactly what I am trying to do here in this last hour. Pray for the people in Joplin, Missouri. Yes, my friends, they can control the weather. I have no doubt about that. These are tornadoes that are spawned throughout the area. There's a guy I watch on YouTube named Dutchins, or Dutch. He's from St. Louis, and Dutch is right on. He's got the harp rings going on there, and Dutch is getting some views. So watch Dutch, and Dutch will tell you what's up. If you're on my Facebook page, I post some stuff there. And Facebook's a fraud too, man. I could go on all day long about the Facebook phenomena, but you know, I post something on Facebook, I might get 1 or 2 responses from that. And I supposedly got over 2,000 friends. Well, you know what? Facebook is the CIA front. I'm telling you, folks, we're in dire straits in this country. So look for the new bulletin. It's purple. I got a few of them out today. Didn't really have a lot of time to get stuff out today. I had to come back and get Trooper. We got Trooper neutered, and Trooper's feeling much better. Kind of still a little straight, little groggy around here. And Trooper's laying at my feet right now, and but just pray for the people in Joplin. It's devastation down there, man. It just wiped out basically 3/4 of the town, of a town of 50,000 people. And right now the death count's at 132, and still hundreds of missing, and I think it's going to go higher. So watch out for that. Watch out for the tornadoes. Watch out for the weather. This weather's really sucked, man. I tell you, it was 51 degrees when I woke up here this morning, and this is the end of May. So be praying, my friends. Be looking up, for indeed Jesus is soon to come. Watch out for the illegal aliens. They're everywhere. And, you know, some of the finest people I know are from Mexico or from down south. But this illegal alien invasion, and that's exactly what it is once again being unchecked by our government officials. Um, we're going to move. I'm moving into Crawford County. I'm going to go establish a residence down there so I can run for sheriff down there in 2012, or I might even run for coroner. I don't know. I'm going to get in office one way or another. So I can actually do something about this situation. I've never really been one to just bitch and not do anything about it. Yeah, I got problems, man, but no one's perfect. But I'm willing to stand up and to do the right thing. And you need a good God-fearing sheriff. I'd like to do it in Jefferson County, but the way the county council, this charter government has been set up, you have to have 5 years law enforcement experience. And let me tell you, my friends, in Jefferson County, these county council people, what have you done there with that? Because anyone who's been in the law enforcement business for more than 5 years, man, they're bought and paid for. There's no doubt about that. They're part of the problem and not part of the solution. And Dirty OGB is going to run again. I did talk to Junkie and Nora today. Went by there, dropped a few papers off. They had their small claim court case against Mr. Kennedy on Monday. And they said that Bulletinman had basically drove Mr. Kennedy out of business, and that they were fearing, Mr. Kennedy was fearing for his life. His brother quit him, and this is all over the video I posted back in March 17th. You might want to watch that if you haven't seen that yet. But Judge Bouchard is the judge in that matter, and he hasn't brought out his ruling yet, but I'm sure he's going to rule in favor of Junkie and Nora. So God bless Stephen Bouchard. And Steve, we love you. But what you did to the girl in Jefferson County a couple of years ago, and I can't remember her name, but the one they evicted out of her house, what you did to her was really low down and dirty. But you can kind of make a few amends here if you do the right thing and rule in favor of Junkie and Nora in this matter. You at least get one notch back up on my list. And I'm going through a court case too, and it's very similar to what was going on over there in Jefferson County. But by the grace of God, I've got some pretty good legal pleadings there. We're going to find out how good they are this upcoming week. But be praying for the judge over here in Franklin County. His name is Judge Ike Lemke. And Judge Lemke, I think, is a pretty good guy so far. From what I've seen, he's got a little radio interview, and he actually was a judge who ran against a standing judge because his cases were this Judge Wood, or Judge Eckelkamp, had ruled against him on a few things. Ike was a lawyer, and the appeals court overturned him. And the judge didn't like that, so he ran against them. And there's usually like 100 judge races every election, and I think only like 2 or 3 of them are actually contested. So it's very rare that you find a judge who will actually stand up against the system. And we're going to look forward to going to court. And I think it's next Tuesday we got to go to court on a couple matters, and so far so good. But be praying for Judge Ike Lemke is his name, and he's over here in Franklin County. And be praying for me, the Bulletinman. I need all the help I can get. Pray for Joe Talk 100. If you haven't watched him on the YouTube yet, you need to check out old Joe Talk 100, because Joe's an inspiration to me. And basically the reason why I got the camera tonight is because I was watching one of his videos and kind of fired me up. So God bless Joe Talk 100. And God bless you, the viewers. And God bless the folks over at Plaza Pawn. I hadn't really done a lot of these videos lately. And I was in there today, and they were kind of wondering, hey, man, I'm looking for you on the YouTube. But here I am. So by popular demand, the Bulletinman is back. So I do love you, and I do appreciate you stopping in on this Friday. It's May 27th. It would have been Honest Ken, the poor man's friend's 83rd birthday. He was born in 37, so 37 to 60. He's now 70. It would have been his 74th birthday. He would have been older than that. 79th birthday. I don't know what it was. Anyway, yeah, miss Dad. Miss him. God bless him. And would have been my 11th anniversary to Val, too. So, May 27th. Appreciate you stopping in and taking a look at the Bulletinman. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you. God bless America. Pray for us, would you? Pray for this country. Especially pray for the people in Joplin and everybody else who's been affected by these weird storms. These HAARP-induced storms over the last month or so. We'll see you soon. And as always, I ask you to tell a friend about me. I am the one and only Bulletinman. God bless you all. And see ya.